What's up YouTube? In this video I'll be showing you how to make this awesome modern house on the water. I've made plenty of houses underwater, but I can't say that I've made any houses that simply sit on top of it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. This house is cool in a number of ways. Not only is it a really nice house that you can keep just offshore, away from all of the bad things that Minecraft has to offer, but it's kind of an interesting build. So if we come inside the house, you'll notice that we have a little bit of storage on the ground floor, the first floor as you walk into the right. We even have a little bit of room on the second floor as well. But what you can do, and what I have done, is if you take a left and you walk down this ladder right here, you'll have access to an underwater base. So not only do you have the best of both worlds, do you have this lovely underwater base and do you have the first floor of the house, but you even have a way to traverse your house. You can have a nice secret little entrance / exit to your underwater base. You can simply access it via the waterfall on the front of the house. So I think it's kind of a cool, unique house. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please do, if you enjoy this sort of thing, give this video a like. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel for more. And legend has it, by the way, I'm bringing this back. Legend has it, if you do like the video, you might be able to talk to dolphins. I'm just saying. Check it out for yourself. Anybody have a pet dolphin here? No? Me either. I'm not sure how you're going to test that power. You might have to go to SeaWorld. But without any further ado, why don't I actually show you how to make this thing? It's really easy. So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some block of quartz, some quartz stairs, some quartz slabs, some birchwood planks, some birchwood stairs, some birchwood slabs, some birchwood fence, some blue stained glass blocks, some blue stained glass pane. Plus, grab yourself some red wool, white wool, sea lanterns, ladders, potion of night vision, very important, and if you can, get some sponges. Now, these last two items are not required, but it will be very difficult if you can't get your hands on some. So, pause the video if you have to, grab everything that you see there, and once you have all of this stuff, you then have to determine where you're going to make it. Now, this build is a little bit different in that to build this, you're going to need to have a platform somewhere in the ocean. As you can see, this is the ocean, or, well, kind of. It's either the ocean or Mars. There's a lot of water here. So, you're going to want to create an 18 block by 13 block area in the water that has a quartz outline filled in using birch wood planks. Once you've done that for yourself, you can make it anywhere in the water. If you have to, pause this video, hit pause, complete that. Once you've done that, hit play and you can sync up with us and you can begin building the house. But this platform is really, really important. So I'm going to begin on the very front bottom left-hand corner of the platform right here. You want to move in to the right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then move inwards by 1, 2, 3. Begin the build with a row of 6 block of quartz coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go right by 1 with the quartz slab. Then 1 with the quartz block. Connect down to the ground like this. Then take the 2 block of quartz blocks that hit the ground, extend them towards you, each by 1. Place a birchwood fence on top of them, and also place a block of quartz on top of the fence, like that. What we now want to do is we want to take a sideways view of what we've just made, and we want to take this top block, basically the 6th block in the row of 6 that we made, and we want to extend it backwards by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And extend it all the way down to the ground like this. So just connect it down to the ground as you would expect. You then want to take the 7th block and you want to extend it coming across the build by 1 with the quartz slab. Place a block of quartz next to it. Connect the block of quartz down like this, and also connect that same block of quartz forwards, like so. So you want to have this shape. It should be a fairly simple shape for you guys to take care of. Once you've done that, we now want to, still on the left-hand side of the build, by the way, we want to add, on the left-hand side of the build, just behind the entrance, we want to add a row of block of quartz directly behind the entrance, just 1 row, and we want to add 2 at the back coming forward. So 1 row, 2 rows, leaving these 3 rows nice and open. We then want to take specifically this block right here on the left-hand side of the build. You guys can see it. You want to take this block and extend it outwards, coming out of the left-hand side of the build by 3 using your quartz slabs. 1, 2, 3. Place a quartz slab on top of that, but then extend that quartz slab coming towards the back of the build by 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Add another quartz slab on top of that, and then connect to the left-hand side of the house using your slabs to give you this shape. Yep. Go up on top of these solid quartz blocks using 3 birchwood fence. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Place block of quartz on top of those. Connect those 2 blocks together using quartz slabs. Also connect it to the actual side of the house to give us this. It's kind of like a chamber. We then want to use our blue stained glass block to fill in this area. So we're just going to use our blue stained glass block exactly how you can see me using it now inside of the shape that we've just made. And this is going to create a nice water-free and kind of futuristic looking elevator / ladder area, which we will use to actually crack into the bottom of the house. You see, we'll be knocking into this block later, and we will be building our underwater tank afterwards. But that's what you're after. Very simple design. Once you've got that sorted out, we now want to proceed to come back to the back of the house once again. And we want to, on the back of the house, we want to add the same 2 rows of block of quartz here on the right hand side of the house. We want to add 1 row of block of quartz, 2 rows of block of quartz here at the back, and we also want to add the same 1 row of block of quartz here at the front, like this. So emulate what you have on the opposite side. We then want to take out our quartz slab, and we want to take this quartz block here, and we want to extend it coming out the back by 6. So we want to extend it coming towards the right hand side of the platform by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add a quartz slab on top of that. Add a birchwood fence on top of that. Add a block of quartz on top of that. Then connect that back to the build using quartz slabs, but also add an additional block of quartz on top of that. So you want to have something which should look like that. Fairly simple. Now, take that same block of quartz, so this one that you've connected to the build, and you want to extend it, come towards the front of the build by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On top of this block, add a block of quartz, but also add a quartz slab underneath the quartz slab that you've placed, the 6th quartz slab. You also want to extend this block of quartz to the front of the build, like this. We're doing a few things with this particular corner. You want to place a birchwood fence underneath the block of quartz, with a block of quartz underneath the fence. You then want to connect the block of quartz that you've just placed. You want to extend this coming towards the back of the build, the one that hit the floor, by 2 with your quartz slab, so the 1, 2. Add a quartz slab on top of that, with a block of quartz on top of that. You want to take this back corner that has the fence on top of it, and you want to place 2 quartz slab coming towards the center. 1, 2. 1 on top, block of quartz on top. So you want to have something which should look like this. You now want to take out your blue stained glass pane, and you want to add a layer of blue stained glass pane that goes all the way around the edge of the top row of quartz slab, like so. You also want to place a row of quartz slab connecting to the front of the house from this position. So where we have the front right hand corner, where we have the fence on top, we want to connect this to this. We also want to fill in the house a little bit by using blue stained glass pane. We want to, very much how we did with the little water chamber, we want to kind of make it so that all of the outside space of the right hand side of the house is occupied using a block of quartz. So it basically wants to look like this. So as you look into the house, all you can see is glass. It looks very modern, looks great. What other reasons do you need for making it that way? Also, completely fill in the rest of the second floor using quartz slab. You can use quartz block instead, however, I would recommend the slab. I really would. That's how I like it. You can even... Actually, we won't. We'll just fill in the balcony area. Take out your birchwood fence. You want to place a birchwood fence on top of these 2 quartz blocks here on the right hand side. Place a quartz slab on top of the fences. Connect them together and connect them to the actual house. So there and there. So you want to connect them in those two positions. Lovely. Now, once you've done that, we're going to get rid of the glass for a moment and we'll grab our walls, white and red. And basically, we want to go around the inside of the balcony area and we want to place alternating red and white walls going around the balcony area. And this is basically just to add a little bit of color to the build. Now, you don't have to do solid rows above the balcony area because nobody's going to see. You can just kind of add that just as a little bit of color if you like. I personally like it, although it does take a little bit of the modern feel away from the house. Do whatever though. It's kind of up to you. Now, we're also going to take the front right-hand side of the house and we're going to turn it into a bit of a waterfall area. So, we want to take this row of quartz slabs and we want to, starting in front of this bottom left-hand quartz slab, we want to place a birchwood stair. We want to extend that stair forwards by 2 with the slabs. 1, 2. We want to come to the right and take this quartz slab and we want to place a birchwood stair in front of it with 2 birchwood slabs. We want to take the same quartz slabs and we want to place upside down birchwood stair in front of them that we have on the top, and we want to place a quartz slab coming inwards from each one of the stair. I'm going to get rid of the wall and I'm going to grab something that we don't actually have. It's a bit silly. We're surrounded by it, yet we don't have any water. So I'm going to grab this bucket of water and I'm going to place a water block in between the 2 quartz slabs, and that will create this sort of effect. That's not what we're after. So we're going to also place water here and here inside of the bottom set of stairs. So now we have a proper waterfall. We're also going to destroy a block at the base of the waterfall here that will allow us to traverse between one floor of the house to the other floors. That is most of the actual upper part of the house complete. The last thing that we have to do is we have to install a wall at the back of the house. So in between these 2 parallel rows of quartz, we're going to add a row of birch wood plank that comes all the way up to the top of the house like this. And on the front of the house, we're going to do a very, very similar thing here. So on the front of the house, except we're going to have enough space to walk through. And we're also going to have a bit of glass on top. So we want to have this sort of effect like this. And we're also going to grab the glass again. So I'm going to grab blue stained glass pane here. I'm going to place it here. I'm going to also fill in the second floor here. So I'm going to, I'll use quartz slab. Why not? I'm crazy that way. We'll use quartz slab. And you know what? Will I have quick access to the actual... Yeah, I could just drop down. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so what I'm also going to do, I've kind of put myself in a bit of a bind here. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to leave these 2 blocks alone. I just destroyed one and I don't know where it is. I think it's here. Yeah, there we go. So if I want quick access to the underground base, I can quite simply delete these 2 blocks. So I'm going to leave those alone because I kind of like it like that, to be honest with you. It's kind of more functional. And I'm just going to place a row of ladders. Come in all the way up this back row of birch here, and come all the way up like this. And I'm just going to fill the top of the house in here. I can either fill it in with glass, I can fill it in with birch wood planks, blah, blah, blah. I can fill that in. I could even do this. I could even fill the top of the like canopy area in here with glass or more wool. And it's all up to you, however you want to do it. But yeah, we've got a pretty cool looking house so far, if I do say so myself. And now, all we have to do, since that's the house done, pretty much, that's the actual house, the upper part. Now, all we have to do is we have to make an underwater house. It's quite simple. So, potion night vision, sponge, kind of your friends. Boom, there we go. We're going to need some block of quartz and we're going to need some glass block. This is kind of painstaking. This is not fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 4 corners of the underwater platform and we're going to extend them down each by 4 with the block of quartz. So yeah, 4. Yeah, no, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will be 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to connect these blocks together. Then we're going to fill each one of these panels in that we've created. We're going to fill each one of these panels in with glass block. But not only are we going to fill the panels in with glass block, we're going to then fill in the bottom part of this. So this bottom part, this will be filled in with block of quartz or birch wood plank or blah blah. But birch wood plank I think would actually look better. I think that's what I used in the original, and it's just a kind of a nicer feel instead of everything being block of quartz and boring. Yeah, the bottom of this is going to be filled in with birch wood plank. The sides of this are going to be filled in with blue glass, as you can see here. Then we're going to very, very boringly sponge the entire inside of the area that we're going to create. It's very, very boring. I'm not actually going to be doing it on recording. I'm going to be back once I've cleared out the room, and that'll be that. I mean, there won't be too much more to say once that is done. So I'd suggest doing exactly what I'm going to do, except boom. And there we go. That was not that bad. Not fun though. So you'll probably be left with an area like this. You'll notice that we have this water coming through. This is the hole that we destroyed earlier that allows us to travel up and down the house. I would really suggest just sectioning this off in some sort of way. Perhaps create a nice water feature. If you're looking for ideas about that, please do go to the start of the video once again, in which I kind of show you well, what I did with the underground area relating to here. You might have noticed that this little pool here is kind of messed up. That's because I sponged a little too much. I sponged a bit too good. So if you're not particularly happy with this effect, you know how it kind of looks weird. I mean, some ways to deal with it might be to like place a block here and then destroy that, and then it should just flow back through normally. That looks quite good. And then if we wanted to, we could fan this out using the water bucket. It depends what sort of effect it is that you're looking for. On the underground bunker and the underwater base, however you want to say it, there's so many different ways, I'd highly suggest making it a bit random. Throw some sea lanterns in the floor, use loads of light, use it as a nice little survival base, really. Just treat it as another house. That's kind of like how I do things. I'd put a little water source in, a little light source in here, and just fill it up exactly how you would a nice base. I'm also going to place a birch wood plank here. I'm going to place a row of block of quartz that will allow us to access the upper levels without swimming. I don't know how many of you can swim. I personally can, but maybe you can't. And then we can just have a set of ladders that allows us to travel to and fro the underwater base portion of this. Yeah, looking pretty good. A few finishing touches that you might want to do. Add a dock, if you like, to the build. So if you wanted to, like, just knock out 2 random quartz blocks on, like, the front left-hand side-ish of the build. Add a little bit of a dock to make it a bit easier if you're swimming to actually get on the house. I mean, it depends how you're going to be using this thing. I'd also obviously add plenty of light around here. I mean, maybe add a light source here and here, and what you can do there is you can kind of like create a bit of a wall between the entrance of the house here and everywhere else, and you can do a similar thing up on the second level, of course, if you want to as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure, I don't think there's anything left for me to talk about. That's the house, pretty much. I mean, yeah. What else do you want me to say? We finished. Well done. I'm proud of you. I hope you enjoy the house. I hope you do. Actually, this is the first house like this I've ever made. I've never made like a house on the water, or however you want to call this. Plus underground base. I mean, it's kind of, I do love the underground base portion of this. I think it really sets the house up. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like the video if you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy the content, please do like. It's one of the best things that you can do. And please subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, please click the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all of my videos sent directly to your sub box. I know you need that. You want that, right? Of course you do. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Please just support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, if you do subscribe to the channel, please comment down below. What would you like to see next? Be very interested. I do have my own ideas, but I also want to see what you guys want to see as well. And if you want to check out any more of my content, we don't have any more of it in this world, but trust me, check out the card system in the description below. You will find all sorts of builds. We do loads of stuff, so much stuff. I have so many worlds filled with builds, you guys wouldn't believe it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Please do remember that you may be able to talk to dolphins if you like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.